Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the 31 Days of Halloween, where I post a new tutorial every day in October. For today's tutorial, I have this half Cleopatra, half mummy look for you guys. This is definitely one of my favorite looks. It's super kind of intricate and like super crazy and stunning, and I just really like it. So I'm starting off by applying a foundation that is way darker than my skin and putting it all over my face, neck, and shoulders. Now I'm just contouring with a darker foundation shade, and I'm just going to be buffing that in to just kind of add a little bit more contour and depth to my face. Now I'm just highlighting with a lighter kind of foundation shade and going underneath my eyes, on my forehead, and on my chin, and just blending that out. And getting it in my eye because that's how my life goes. Then just adding kind of a lighter concealer just to brighten it up just a little bit on all of those places that I just highlighted. Now I'm baking underneath my eyes with a translucent setting powder. And of course setting all over my neck and shoulders where I put the foundation. Now I'm just dusting all of that off. And priming my eyes. I'm just using a concealer to prime my eyes. And then setting that with a kind of skin toned shadow. Now I'm just starting to bronze up my skin. I actually wish I kind of bronzed even more than I did. This is a costume look, guys, so don't worry about making it too crazy. I'm pulling that bronzer down my neck, and now I'm going in and contouring my cheekbones, and I'm going underneath and kind of applying more than I normally would because, like I said, it's a costume look. And basically you guys could do the full Cleopatra look or the full mummy look. It's up to you, but this is half and half, which I think is really cool. Now I'm just baking underneath my contour to kind of define that line, and then leaving it on for a few minutes and dusting it off. Now I popped in my contact, and now I'm filling in my brows. I wanted to fill them in dark brown, and then I end up going in with black over the top of them afterwards. Now I'm just filling them in with a little bit of black eyeshadow. Now I'm taking the shade Magic Act by Makeup Geek and putting that all over my lid. It's this super gorgeous gold shade, and I'm putting that on my lid and then taking a brush and pulling it out toward my temple. Now I'm going underneath my eyes with the shade Sharkbait from Makeup Geek. It's this kind of like blue teal shade. Going underneath my eyes and then pulling that underneath the gold that I pulled toward my temple. Now I'm just giving myself some winged liner, and basically this liner is going to meet up with the line that is where the gold and the blue are touching. So as you can see here, I'm just pulling that line all the way out. So it's a very winged liner. Now I'm just pulling that into my eye towards the center and giving myself kind of that like cat eye effect. Then just going underneath my eye with a little bit of black and smudging that out. Now lining the bottom part where the blue is to define that as well. Now I'm kind of adding this detailing above my eyebrow, going in and adding that little line. And then now I am pulling this line over the top of my lid, kind of like a cut crease sort of. And I think it's easier just to watch, so I'm gonna shut up. Now I'm just filling in that top part with the same shade Sharkbait from Makeup Geek. Now I'm going in that little kind of corner piece with a little bit of black eyeshadow and adding a little bit of shading just to kind of give it some depth and dimension. Now I made these tiny little things out of photo paper, and then I colored them with a metallic paint pen, and then I cut them out. So basically I'm just gluing them on with some eyeshadow glue and doing the same thing on my eyebrow. It's just kind of these decorative pieces, and I thought it was super cool. I did it in a picture on Instagram a long time ago, and I really loved how it turned out. Because the photo paper is shiny, it ends up being shiny, and the metallic paint pen is also shiny, so it just works really well. Now I'm just popping on some lashes and mascara on the bottom of my eyes. Now I'm starting the mummy side, and I'm just taking a bit of green and white and I think a little bit of brown face paint and going on this side of my face with it, and also down my neck and shoulders. You don't have to go crazy down your neck and shoulders because you're going to be covering it up with like the bandages, so just to kind of get a layer down there. It doesn't have to be super opaque or anything. Now I'm taking a cream paint and going on top of my cheekbones to really define them, and I'm just blending that in with my finger. Also going on top of my forehead. Basically any place that your skull would be protruding, you want to highlight to bring it forward. Now I'm just taking a mixture of kind of black and brown and green and like just splotching that all over my face to kind of give it a really dirty, kind of gross, rotted look. I got a lot of my inspiration for this mummy from Alex Faction's mummy tutorial I think he did last year, so definitely check that out. Now I'm going underneath my cheekbone to kind of contour my cheekbone and pull it in toward my mouth. And then adding a little bit more cream paint on top of my cheekbone. Now just contouring around my like eye part just to kind of give it like an eyebrow looking kind of effect. And then going in and filling in my eye socket. I wanted to do it kind of like the very center of my eye socket isn't completely filled in, to look like it's kind of getting some of the light that it would be getting from the back of the skull, because if you look at a real skull, it's not completely empty. You can kind of see light come through, if that makes any sense. This is where I'm kind of putting that brown eyeshadow around the center part of my lid to create that like kind of depth effect. Now I'm just starting at the teeth. You guys can do your teeth any way you want. I've talked about this before, but there's like so many different styles of teeth. I just decided to kind of go with these like little like wiggly ones. I don't really know how to put that, but wiggly is the best I can come up with. And just doing them like I normally do and only extending them out just a little bit. Hopefully you guys don't mind when I don't talk. I just sometimes think it's easier to like see me do it than hear me say what I'm doing, because sometimes I don't even know how to explain it. Now I'm just filling in between each tooth with a little bit of black eyeshadow to kind of define them and create some definition. I guess that's what define means. Sorry. Now I'm going in and defining my kind of parts of my contour just to really make it stick out. I think this part on top on your temple is really kind of important. It really makes it look like a skull. Now I'm just going underneath my jaw, which is like really good to do, especially when you're doing a skull, because your face isn't exactly, you know, the shape of a skull, right? I mean, even though it is a skull, I don't know. I'm filling my chin in with black to really kind of define it. And also defining that little part by my eyebrow too. Now going in with some tissue paper. Now, if you guys are going to wear this out, I wouldn't recommend necessarily using tissue paper. It is a little bit easy to kind of, you know, rip it. But if you're careful, I think you could do it. I'm also now filling in my nose because I forgot to do that before I started the tissue paper. But while I'm doing my nose, I'll explain the tissue paper. Basically, I just lay down a little bit of eyelash glue, and then I kind of twist and turn and pull the tissue paper to where I want it to be. I didn't want to cover up all the hard work I did on my face. So basically, I just kind of place it in a few places where I think that it could work, and then kind of pull it apart to make it look kind of gross and worn and not so like nice and, you know, tissue papery. And I will say it's a little bit hard to like glue tissue paper to your skin with eyelash glue, so I would maybe use latex or something else, but this is what I had on hand and it worked really well. So yeah, you guys let me know what you come up with. So basically, after laying all of that down and kind of layering it and whatever, I'm going over it with some black brown eyeshadow and just kind of making it look gross and dirty and messy and worn. Because obviously white, it's, you know, it's cool, but I think when you kind of add the shading to it, it really looks kind of like a mummy. Now going in with kind of an even darker brown and going along kind of the ridges of all of these bandages to really kind of make the ridges look like they've kind of crumbled or like they've like deteriorated. Now I'm just lining my lips with some black eyeliner because that's what I got, and just doing it pretty normally, and then going over the top of that with a little bit of gold glitter cream paint from my Flash palette just to add a little touch of something. And that's it for this look, you guys. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see the rest of the 31 days of Halloween. There aren't that many left, so subscribe and you will see the rest. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow.